This is to show some of the features of the Menotek iPad case plus keyboard and also how to use it. As you can see, it has a fairly small profile, which is good for carrying it around. The reason for the smaller profile is the fact that it uses a snap-on case compared to a slide-in case that many other products on the market use. And so one other benefit also of this product is that there is a gap between the keyboard and the iPad, which means the iPad's not touching the keyboard when it's in the case and reduces the chance of scratching. To use it, you'd pull the tab and then unlock the metal stand and then lift it up. As you can see, it's fairly stable in turning it around and it's not falling down or tilting back. The main reason is because of the metal stand. I'm also tapping on the screen and it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's very stable in that sense. There's also a area right under the keyboard which is very good for resting your wrists while typing a lot, which I do, which helps me a lot because it doesn't tire my hands out too quickly while typing. One of the other benefits is that it has an easily accessible on-off switch and also access to the USB port. One other feature is that the keyboard can be taken out. It's easy to do that. You just pull on the elastic string over here and slide it out. It does take just a little bit of an effort, but that is a good thing because you don't want it falling out while you're using it, so it does stay securely in place. To put it back in, you would just slide it in and then just take the strap and wrap it around. Also, by taking out the keyboard, you can use it with your iPhone 4 or another Bluetooth device that is compatible with, which is good because you don't have to buy another keyboard and carry that around with you. With this one thing, you can use it both with the iPad and with the iPhone. It is fairly easy to connect the keyboard to the iPad. You'll see that there is an on-off switch on this side. You just turn it on, the lights come on, then you press the connect button and the Bluetooth light starts blinking. Then you'll go into settings on the iPad and then click on Bluetooth, and then if your Bluetooth is off, turn it on. It'll search for devices, it'll find the keyboard, click on it, it'll give you a pass key. You would enter that pass key on the keyboard. And then press the enter button, and then you'll see that it says connected. And then you can easily go into a program, Safari, and just go in and you can start typing. As you can see, it's fairly responsive. And then if you press the F5 button on the keyboard, it pops up the iPad's on-screen keyboard. If you press the F5 button again, it goes away. So it makes it fairly easy to use either option. One other way to use it is without the keyboard. You can just take that tab and put it into itself and leaves the case fairly secure so it doesn't flop open. And then on the other side you've got this groove right over here, which makes it easier to hold on to the to the case. Otherwise it can be a little bit difficult to hold on to it. So with the groove, it does provide a little bit extra support. And then you can also take out the keyboard if you want, because it does lighten the case a little bit. So if it does start to get heavy, the good thing about this product is that you can easily take out the keyboard and still use the case with the iPad, and it'll make it a lot lighter. One of the other features of this product is that it does use a snap-on case instead of a slide-in one. And the advantage to that is that you don't have these straps running around the frame of the iPad, which does make it look a lot nicer, and also they do provide easy access to all the buttons and all the connections that you might need. As mentioned before, also the snap-on case does help in reducing the profile of the case. To charge the keyboard, you'd use the mini USB port, and the product does contain a cable, the mini USB to USB cable. And so when it's charging, you'll see that there's an orange light under the charge words there. And for me, I preferred buying the Menotek travel kit. What that allowed me to do was have a wall and car charger that I could plug in the keyboard to, rather than having to take an additional computer around with me for charging. And this also works with the iPad, because I can easily plug in the USB cable for the iPad into this as well. And so I don't need to take any additional devices with me other than just the iPad and the case plus keyboard whenever I'm traveling. The last thing I just wanted to show was that it's fairly easy to put in the iPad into the snap-in case. Just put it in and just lock it into place. And it's fairly stable after that. It does not easily come out once you've put it in, which is a lot easier to use than having to slide it in, slide it out, do it that way.